remember the summer of 2016? Parks were suddenly full of people, and people were just talking to each other, all because of Pokémon GO? That incredible peak saw 232 million people in just 1 year. While player numbers have naturally shifted from that explosion, the core lesson remains. Big games are fantastic at bringing people together, but what's the real secret to making them stay? I believe I've created the mechanics to not just have retention in a game environment, but to have a positive impact on the general public and small businesses as well. I believe it's a few specific set of features working with AR that will create truly unbreakable communities. Today, I'm going to show you what it is and why I think it'll actually work. The power of AR isn't just about placing a digital object in your living room. It's about using our world as the game board and turning familiar places into relationships for shared adventure. When we think about player retention, a few common tactics come to mind. You might think of daily login bonuses that offer a small reward just for showing up. Or perhaps it's the endless grind for rare loot that you can use only inside that one game. Many developers also lean on player versus player tactics and leaderboards to also fuel our competitive spirit. To be clear, these methods are effective, and I also plan to incorporate them. They build habits and keep players logging in, but they don't always build deep collaborative relationships. For me, Pokémon GO was a little and I think, to be honest, for most people, it was just the aspect of collecting that really kept them engaged. I was out there enjoying the experience with friends and family, but for me, there were two things I couldn't ignore. Now, the community aspect was something that I thought was really great. I got to see real community interaction through competition. Getting to know strangers in such an unforced way was really unique and fulfilling. My goal is to take those concepts of real-world relationship building and make them the absolute centerpiece of the experience, with features designed to make collaboration a necessity for success. The most powerful moments in gaming often come from achieving something incredible with or against someone. Time to discuss hosts. In my ecosystem, there will be drop events, either large and coordinated or quick and small, all directed by real people called hosts, who announce competition and coordinate drops for the purpose of finding digital assets called echoes. Now, I believe my host concept is pretty unique. Having hosts that coordinate drops for players plays into a unique element, where in a sense you're competing against somebody in higher position, or you're forced to collaborate with that person because they control the game environment. Hosts will be able to act as influencers over their particular region. They can create a unique online persona or be themselves however they want, as long as they stick to the guidelines of what's needed to produce fun events. This idea was actually already tested with one unique persona, and in 1 month we accumulated thousands of views and had hundreds of players go out to compete in the events. Now, this is important because it's not automation, it's not just AI, it's real people that you're interacting with or a real entity that you're collaborating with. I believe it's similar to how Pokémon GO had gym owners that protected gyms that you were trying to capture, except now it's a real person and they're facilitating the events and the drops you go out to compete for. Having a human person constantly pushing community involvement is a type of feature that keeps people engaged. Now, to be clear, this is not pointing out any lack of engagement or retention by the Pokémon GO platform, as we know millions of people still play. This is just my take on unique elements that can provide a similar experience while keeping people engaged. Now to dive into the negatives a little bit. As with most games, the digital items in that game stay within that game. There is no way of bringing those items outside that game environment. Most of the time, there's no chance for a return on your investment of time or the items you've bought. Now, if this is a game you really enjoy and that is how you want to spend your time and money, then there's no issue with this. I wanted to come up with a way for there to be utility inside and outside of the platform you are using, with rewards of monetary value always being a possibility. Now, before you go haywire on me in the comments when I mention this acronym, understand that I have never purchased any of these assets, nor have I believed in them like many of the enthusiasts do. The truth is, through my time of testing and researching, this technology seems to be the best technology suited for game environments and community projects where the goal is to maximize utility amongst many different environments. These collectibles in my ecosystem are called echoes, digital artistic displays that represent fabrics of the overarching multiversal story that I want to tell. They're named Echoes for the sake of changing stigma, as they are created as NFTs under blockchain infrastructure. Because of the way the tech is implemented and built, you don't have to worry about the complex stuff. You just own it, with no wallet connection, no gas fees, or everything else that comes with the blockchain. It's all done in the backend by my platform and our infrastructure provider. You just connect an account, collect, and interact with the functions we've built as naturally as any other game environment. I'd like to spare you the pitch so that we can keep this video short and sweet, but just know, I've already created the ecosystem and community platform which is called Scavenjer, and I am directly partnered with the augmented reality application called Marbleverse. Now let me quickly show you how we are using these utility functions in our game environment. Echo locked game areas. Areas of the real world are mapped out in the Marbleverse application to show where collectibles are hidden. These areas can only be accessed by owning an Echo. This feature can be turned off and on as we will want everyone to join in on the fun in free events. You can't go anywhere without a community, so we've implemented voting. Community members will access another utility function called the Nexus, where they will be able to vote on the direction of Scavenjer directly if they are an Echo holder. I want to share the success of the platform with the community, and this is a great way of doing so. Business partnerships. Echoes that competitors collect will be able to be used at businesses partnered with Scavenjer. In exchange for marketing, exposure, and foot traffic, business owners can offer rewards to owners of specific Echo collectibles pertaining to their business. The Echo holder simply shows up to that location and shows a QR code the business can scan. In the future, I plan to automate this for online brands and an easier flow. In time, my goal is for the community to be able to trade or sell these assets to really gamify the real world. I already have the marketplace built, but there's still some tweaking needed. Those are just some of the ways that these features will create unbreakable communities. So, while major titles can capture our attention for a moment, it's shared purpose, meaningful collaboration, and real-world value that truly build lasting communities. I believe I am pioneering the future of AR gaming, not just by augmenting our reality, but by enhancing our relationships and opportunities within it. The most memorable experiences are the ones we share, and the strongest communities are built one shared moment at a time. I would love to hear from you. What's the best experience you've had in a game community? Share your story in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, as every signal of support gets me closer to achieving this vision. Thanks.